And really quickly, before beginning season 2, like I said, we're going to go to the start of the new season and take a quick look around the league at what the opposition's lines are. And we'll take it from there. As I had a goalie coach reject, at least Cole Helms brought. I don't need an NHL goalie coach. It is what it is. I literally can't be bothered to go back and try to find a different coach. Not at this point. We start off our season against Florida. LOL, did you leave your Chicago franchise? I mean, I think it reached a natural conclusion, is what I would say. I think it reached a natural conclusion. Before this season starts, I am going to leave it up to a vote as to who the captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs is, because I know who I would pick, and I would give the C, after this past playoff performance, to Morgan Rielly. But I do also plan on signing William Nylander. So, our captain, will it stay on John Tavares? Will it be moved to William Nylander? Will it be moved to Morgan Rielly? Chat, you will have the next few minutes to vote on that poll. I will leave it up to you guys. I would definitely give it to Morgan Rielly. Morgan should have been captain in the first place. I don't disagree with that. Call up Michael Pezzetta. That's the way. That is the way. I presume Riley's going to win this in a landslide, but I at least want to see what that final number is. So Anaheim, again, I'm not going to name off everything, but Trevor Zegras, Mason McTavish down the middle. Defensively, Fowler, Drysdale, Jackson Lacombe. And then in goal, it's Gibson and Big Save Dave. Can I write in Ty Voigt? Let's see. Arizona, Keller, Matthews, Gunther. It's perfect. With Logan Cooley, Nick Schmaltz, Jesper Foss. They have Jack McBain there still with Lawson Krause. Maselli's on the fourth line, which isn't great. But shout out to 1C, Austin Matthews, and we'll see if they re-sign him to $13+ million. Matthews and Keller, that would be something. Valimaki, Bear, Moser, Soderstrom, Nemeth, and Luke Shen followed Austin Matthews to the desert, where they have Jari and Vimoka in goal now. Boston is a tragedy. At least Fabian Lascelles on the second line. Fuck, that's a terrible team. Chris Tierney, 2C. Lindholm, McAvoy, noted NHL defender Mike Riley and Brandon Carlo. Eric Johnson, yes, that's great. Don, you're crushing it. Allmark and Swayman until they signed Swayman too. Whew. Expensive. Hey, Trevor Kuntar. Didn't think they'd sign him. Let's see. Buffalo. Buffalo Gold. Jesus. Thompson up to a 90. Again, Buffalo's just going to be so sick. They're getting there already. If they keep getting similar prospect development, they're going to be so good. And very highly judgmental. Tyson Jost as their healthy scratch. Carolina signed Tyler Bertuzzi. Brought Max Domi back. Have Kotkaniemi on the fourth line. Slavin Burns, Shea Pesci, Tuukka Pierala. The Pierala, who is not that bad. Randomly drafted. Kochetkov, not Tyler Bertuzzi, is their goaltender. So, and healthy scratch, Teuvo Teravainen, and noted more goals in the second round than Austin Matthews, Jordan Martinook. Columbus, Goodrow, Johnson, Marner. Chinnikov, Foodie, Line, Corrali, Jenner, Roslovic. What a team. See you in the playoffs, Columbus. We'll see you in the playoffs. Whew. Especially after they drafted Jalen Fox. God damn. Talbot, Merzlikins in goal. Bemstrom, Bean. Oh, nice. Gufferson. Old Eric Gufferson, as he was once called. Healthy scratch. Calgary. Hey, they're playing Pelletier now. Certain former coach still doesn't know his name, but hey, at least he's there. Uyghur Anderson, Hannafin, Tanev, Graves, and they drafted a guy named Lucas Colborn. Goalies, Markstrom, Vladar. All right. Chicago, rocking 1C, Ryan O'Reilly, and Vladimir Tarasenko reunited in Chicago. Amazing. Amazing. This game, though, in terms of trolling, can be top-notch. Would it be opposed to NHL adding X Factor development? Oh, no, 100%. They should add X Factor development. Completely. Completely. Whether or not that were to mimic the breakout system of Madden or whatnot, 100%. That's what makes Madden fun, is the idea that you can have more hands-on control of developing your prospects. Taves, McKinnon, Rantanen. It is worth noting, of course, Landeskog has been taken out of my roster file because it's not looking good. You know, it's not. 95 overall, Cale Makar. Georgi Evan Fransos. All right. Central Centers just played musical chairs, pretty much. Screenshot that and tag Lee. I don't want to troll her. Then again, she was very, you know what? No, never mind. It's fine. She was very not nice towards the Bruins. She seems really nice, but she was very not nice to the Bruins in the playoffs. I don't blame her, but still. So yeah, no, maybe I will. Maybe I will send that. Dallas. Joe Pavelski went up in OBR, as he should. And Noel Achari got a hefty contract from Dallas. I wasn't going to pay you that, Noel. I love you, former Bruin and all, but oof. See, Wedgwood, Ottinger. Ottinger's been so bad against Seattle. It's nuts. It's nuts. He has been so bad. Detroit. Of course, Dylan Larkin's new contract kicking in. David Perron on the third line. Ooh, Michael Bunting. 5.8 for 5 years on the fourth line. Very nice. Very nice AI roster management. Very, very nice. Love it. Love it. Does Seattle actually have a chance? Yeah. Dallas should win that series, but man, you fuck around and let it go to 7. Oh, good. They have 85 overall, 7.25 Andreas Athanasiou also scratched. Again, I'm not going to let it bother me, even though it bothers the shit out of me. Oh, doesn't it bother me so much to see how bad the AI are at roster management. Edvinson was a scratch too. Oh, I didn't miss it. I saw it. But if I pointed out every goddamn absurd thing about how the AI suck in franchise mode, oh my God, I wouldn't make it through these rosters. I haven't in the past. I have not. Who's someone you see me getting a future Coyotes? Austin Matthews. All text, you will own an Austin Matthews Coyotes jersey within 2 years. We are going to meme that into existence. It's happening. You might own an Austin Matthews jersey within the next 3 months. And I hope it happens. I hope it does. Fourth line Kopitar. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Should we trade one of our forwards to get a bit more defense on depth? Nah. Talking about an answer to make sense. Austin Matthews. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Exactly. The Leafs cannot re-sign Austin Matthews for $13 million or more, but they also can't let him walk away for free. He has a no movement clause that kicks in July 1st. He is getting traded at the draft. I'm telling you. I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard this conspiracy theory of Austin Matthews getting traded. All aboard. 100%. Let's make it happen. By the way, how cool was that picture of Brock Faber? When they're like, oh, here he was when he was in college. Now he plays for the Wild. And then the Wild lost because Kirill Kaprizov scored 1 goal in the first round, I think. Or was it 1 point? I think it was a goal. Huh. He was asking for about $5 million. They signed Nick Bjugstad and give 2 years to Patrick Harkness. Again, people wonder why I always do Draft to Glories, why I always do series where I don't have to focus on the rosters. It's because I know the AI is going to fuck it up. Every time. Every time. Oh, goodness. Oh, poor Montreal. Oh, boy. Oh, no. That's a rough time. That's a rough time. That's a real rough day at the office. New Jersey. What'd you keep Timo for? $9 million for a year? Okay. They also brought in Pierre Engvall and Kyle Okposo and Phil Kessel. Sure. You can do that. And Mark Stahl. Hopefully Kevin Ball hits him in the face. Jonathan Quick is a devil. Quote, Anaheim Ducks fans, 2008 to 2015. Nashville brought in Connor Sherry for a lot of money. A lot of money. Roman Josi, fresh off of winning not the Norris. UC Saros, fresh off of winning not the Vezina. And the best player in the NHL, Tommy Novak. Beautiful. Islanders, the New York Islander, brought in JT Compher. And of course, we sent them Travis Boyd. After picking him up in the Matthews deal, we flipped him. That's a defense. That's a defense. Gonna run with Tristan Lennox as your backup. That's a choice. That's a choice. Why did I start looking at these? Why? Yeah, that's good. Run Artemi Panarin on the third. I can't look at it anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it, or I'm gonna delete the game off my hard drive. I can't do it. Hit my breaking point. Let's focus on us. Can't focus on the AI. I will jump out that window, and it's a one-story house, damn it, but I will still jump out the window. And I will tuck and roll to intentionally land harsh on my shoulder to cause permanent injury. I hate this game. I love this game. I hate this game. I love it, but I hate it. We're good to go.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
And Austin and Andrew Dandrew. Andrew Dandrew. Name of the night. Name of the night to Andrew Dandrew.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Before we get into it, we have a new captain here in Toronto. It's Morgan Riley. Riley is captain with Nylander and Tavares as the alternates. This is the way. Let's see how the boys do. Now that we are in a bit of a new era for the team. No Matthews, no Marner. We let go of a lot of those who were brought in to try to help the team go on a run. Lose to Florida, but beat Carolina. What could have been? Oh, baby. Okay, hey, back-to-back wins. All right. Hey, 4-4. 500 hockey on November 1st. You know? Shut out the Bruins. Lost to Mitch Marner in Columbus. That hurts. Got pooped on by Montreal and the Rangers. Beat the Penguins. I love beating the Penguins. Couldn't do it twice, though. Vancouver, we lost. We are a perfectly average hockey team. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Perfectly average. John Tavares, just under a point per game. Let's see how the boys are doing. All right, Nick Robertson, not quite ready for prime time. Barrett Hayton. Okay, that top line needs to be broken up. 15 points for Ty Voigt. Tavares with 19 and Oh, Kirill Marchenko hasn't been that bad either. Okay. Okay, Matthew Nyes hasn't been doing all that hot. So we have no secondary scoring. Say hello to the new Leafs. Same as the old Leafs. All right. Samsonov and Wall are both down there in terms of save percentage. Right. How many of you guys can be sent down without going through waivers? Teverberg. Nyes could be sent down, but we don't want to. Voigt could be sent down, but we don't want to. Robertson could be sent down as well. At the very least, I think we're going to send down Ryan Teverberg. And call Pontus Holmberg into the lineup. God, the whole button change this year still gets me from time to time. Still going to blame Austin Matthews for this. I mean, hey. All right, we'll send Teverberg down to the AHL. See what he can do. And we'll mix and match the lines a little bit. Just to see what the boys can do. All well and good. Marner to Columbus. Matthews to, well, hey, you have to know where we sent Austin Matthews. You have to know. All right, so honestly, Voigt, Tavares, Nylander should be our best line. We got to separate Robertson and Hayton. So let's go with Nyes, Hayton, and Marchenko. Robertson, SDA, Lafferty. And then we'll put Steves with Holmberg and Abruzzese. So general mix and match for the team. My team is butchered. It's going to happen anyway, Briggsy. It needed to be done. Riley and Liljegren haven't been tremendous together. Giordano, Brody. I mean, in general, I figure McCabe and Timmins are actually not that bad. So let's say to hell with the boost. Let's go with Riley, Brody, Giordano, Liljegren, and still have McCabe and Timmins together. That works for me. That works. That works. Oh yeah, you know what's funny? We are keeping Nylander. Not only right now, but in general. Now, he doesn't want an extension. But Mr. Nylander, how do you feel about 8x10? I don't think you'll take it. But how do you feel about it? I could stomach paying William Nylander $10 million a season. We are also going to have to potentially sign Barrett Hayton. We might try to flip him. The big piece of the Matthews trade. Let's see what happens with Mr. William Nylander as we shut out the Jets. Get shut out by the Sabres. And Nylander is back. 8 years, $10 million. I think most Leafs fans would be pretty happy with that. All right, we are continuing to lose games hand over fist, which was the game plan. If we're being honest, the game plan was to be pretty bad. To get some players some NHL experience. So we're going to continue to tank until we get closer to the deadline. Let these younger guys get that NHL experience. And then trade away probably some more of the veterans. I still think we could be in rebuild on the fly territory. As opposed to outright rebuild territory. We're going to try to treat this like the teams of the past that have been bad for 1 year and then bounce back, or bad for 1 or 2, like the Bruins when they picked up David Pastrnak, essentially, is what we're aiming for. Ty Voigt is leading this team in points. Tremendous. Ty Voigt leading the team in points. We're about midway through the season. Our leading scorer has 24 points. In fairness, Tavares is there too. Nylander has not adjusted to life well with the new boys. But yeah, like Marchenko and Hayton struggling the way that they have. Makes you wonder if maybe flipping 2 of the pieces that we got back from Matthews and Marner might not be the worst idea in the world. As Austin Matthews leads the NHL in points on his new club in Arizona. Clayton Keller's right up there with him. Tremendous. Only player to eclipse the 30-goal mark so far this season. Tremendous. Did not see Mitch Marner up there, though. Oh, okay, he's doing all right. I mean, you got to figure it was Goudreau, Johnson, and Marner on their top line. But again, we know Matthews and Marner are good in the regular season. Can they do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke? Or in the playoffs? That's the big question. Let's keep it going. You could say, how much experience does a bad player need before it's like, all right, please send me down to the Marlies? And the answer is about a month's more of experience at the NHL level. And we'll send him down on a hopeful Marlies playoff run. And we will reap the rewards of a pretty strong draft pick this year, which I'm happy about. So we're still a bit over a month away from the trade deadline. 17 wins down from the, what did we have, like 50 so last year? We're not even the worst team in the division. The Red Wings are worse than us, which is incredible. As Nylander's heated up a little bit. All right, so Samsonov and Wall, both over 900 save percentages. Not bad. Defensively, 26 points for Riley, a minus 18. No matter what we've done defensively, the combinations are not great. Except for Timmins and McCabe are somehow serviceable. I mean, again, at this deadline, Brody, Giordano, Liljegren, McCabe. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities for how we could continue to strip down this team. Ty Voigt, 29 points, same as Tavares still. Nye is up to 10 points. Okay, so got that NHL experience for a lot of our younger players, as we were aiming for. What we want to do from here, we're not going to send down Voigt. Robertson's been okay.
I'm just trying to.
I think Matthew Nye is especially Croaky. Thank you for the follow. I think Matthew Nye is especially would benefit from being sent down, but he's like the only one, really. I think we just stick with it. Let's do it. We are content with being bad. Very, very bad for one season. What did you do to the Leafs? I am helping them. We are fixing them. But Rome wasn't built in a day. Leafs fans saw plenty of bad seasons. What's one more bad season before the team bounces back, you know? What's one more bad season? Until the Coyotes or the Blue Jackets win the Cup this year. So, still not even dead last in the division. We're above both the Bruins and the Red Wings. So see, am I butchering the team when we're still better than the Boston Bruins? I think not. Given those circumstances, we're actually doing all right. Philadelphia, in the final game before the deadline. I did not mean to hit that button because I was going to... Okay, that's going to complicate things a little bit. Okay, we do have to go to the deadline. I wanted to check contract extensions first, but we can still manage. Evan Bouchard's out there. I don't believe the Oilers were able to sign him, which is a shame. So really quickly, Ilya Samsonov, are you our long-term goalie? I don't think so. Last we knew, he was looking for like $4 or $5 million. If we can get something for him now, now's the time to do it. Seattle's offering 2 third-round picks, and I got to be honest, I'm probably going to take it. Samsonov at 27 is probably not the guy. Dallas have traded Jamie Benn to Vegas for Eric Gustafson, Nick Foligno, and a pick. And, you know, a third goalie in the mix for Seattle, not the worst idea. Let's do it. Samsonov off to the Kraken, who try to shore things up in goal. And we can run even, honestly, the rest of the season can be Wall and Shalgren, basically, if we wanted it to be. Again, we know that we have, I mean, look at Barneson as well. This kid's skyrocketing in overall already. We're still going to be pretty good in goal. Jake DeBrusk is now a Devil. My heart breaks. You know what a trades to make here. I mean, like trading even like Hill to be for Brett Ritchie just isn't worth it. Let's focus on bigger fish here. TJ Brody, 33 years old, on an expiring deal. You're the perfect guy to try to ship away. Coyotes are offering Simashev, who was a first-round pick and a third. Also offering a guy named Sokolov. Second and a third. Reinbacker in a third. Heimasami in a third. So a lot of prospects in the third. Second and a seventh. I mean, right now we're looking at prospect in a third, I would say. 2 seconds from New Jersey. That's not bad. Sam Poulin. The Sorelli swap, which again scares me. I mean, prospect in a third. How good was this Simashev guy from Arizona? Ooh, not very. Okay, what we can do really quickly is scroll through. Okay, they did have Sokolov up there, though. He's solid. So Sokolov, 76 overall at 18 years old. Were there any other prospects who are better than that? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Columbus brings in Jonathan Marchessault. Bradley on the primer. Thank you very much for that, sir. In the 6 months, how the heck are you? I mean, Bixel on Dallas wouldn't be bad at all. And at least would be real. We might have to look into acquiring Bouchard's rights. But honestly, that defender on Arizona, looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good. I think he is our best option. The Devils pick up Braden McNabb and Ben Hutton. So a lot of teams are adding some very good prospects. And again, unfortunately, I have to go through this pretty quickly because we are on a pretty stringent timer. The Canucks are trying to move Michkov. We will look into that in a second as well. All right. We are going to trade TJ Brody. Makes all the sense in the world, too. He's on an expiring deal. And we're going to take that deal, Brody for Sokolov, and send TJ Brody to visit and reunite with old friends Austin Matthews and company. So Brody, also off to Arizona. Gio's got to go. Final year of his deal. Third and a fifth. CC in a fifth. Third and a fourth from Florida, New Jersey, Pittsburgh. Sam Poulin was there. Bunch of third and fourths. Let's go for... Well, if you can't beat him, Gio, join him. Let's send you out to Florida. Let's send Mark Giordano out to the Panthers. God. Liljegren's the tough one. Second and a third. Or we're going to be looking at half-decent prospect and a third, basically. Or Bixel. We'd get younger with Bixel by about 5 years. That would be a hell of a trade. Victor Arvidsson and Walker on expiring deals. I mean, Arvidsson wouldn't be so bad if we were committing to him. Oh, we could take all the salary cap in the world from Montreal. Wouldn't that be nice of us? Montreal's throwing every possible offer they can at us to get us to take him. Are we confident in Liljegren after that last series? I think we get younger. I think we do it. We'll make the swap with Dallas. It makes sense. We get a younger guy. They get someone a bit more developed. 1-for-1. Liljegren sent out to the Dallas Stars. Riley's staying. Jake McCabe has an extra year left, but he's cheap. Third and the fourth, Jamison Reese. Third and the fourth might be the best we can get. Still not too bad. He's been one of our better defenders this year. 2/3 from New Jersey is a very good deal. 2/3 from Vancouver, but I want them to have some cap maneuverability. We're going to take that deal from New Jersey. Send Jake McCabe out to the Devils as we continue to pick apart this roster. But again, rebuild on the fly is the goal. Nashville sent Tyson Barrie to Columbus, so Columbus is going for it. Honestly, only getting a 5th-round pick for Connor Timmins, I'd rather just keep him. Yeah, I'd rather just keep him. I mean, Novak and Lankinen. He's worth more than a
Trying to
5th
walk
round
through this
pick for us, at
fucking
least. Sensei Sears, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Let's see. On the right, Buffalo makes the deal. We have brought in enough picks now. Let's go talk to Edmonton and Vancouver. And we'll start off with Vancouver because, again, they have Michkov on the block. Barrett Hayton, Nick Robertson, and a defender that we drafted last year in the 3rd round, Lannon. He's only gone up by a point this year, but he does have silver shutdown. Obviously, the Hayton flip wouldn't be that bad. Hayton, very good defensively, but for what he's going to cost in the offense he provides, I don't necessarily want to get rid of Nick Robertson. But man, bringing in Michkov. What is an equivalent value to Barrett Hayton? We don't really have one. Robertson. Keep Marchenko, move Robertson. Keep Robertson, move Marchenko. And then Lannon, it would have to be him or Sokolov. I will think about that. I'll scroll up and read that in a minute. Bouchard. Whoops. Gotta go back to the trade finder here. We gotta see. Actually, I technically could have just gone for the main menu there. So we know a potential Michkov trade's on the table here. Edmonton can't really find out a way to work out a Bouchard deal. Okay. Really quickly, if we were to deal Kirill Marchenko and say, okay, maybe it's not a fit here, would there be a proper trade? Suzuki in a second. Athanasiou, it might be worth keeping Marchenko is what I'm seeing here. Kuznetsov. 2 second-round picks. Carter Hart. Flyers looking to give up Carter Hart, apparently. So it's looking like 2 seconds for Marchenko. Given that, I think we hold on to him and further explore that Vancouver trade idea. On the left, Robertson, Nyes, Voigt, they're going nowhere. And then center, I mean, Barrett Hayton would have to be, I would think, the centerpiece. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Of course, Tavares is pretty much untradeable. And then we have these other younger guys that now have a bit of elevated value after playing this year. So if we acquired Hayton and Marchenko as the big current pieces of the Marner-Matthews trades, but then use them to go out and essentially trade up to 3rd overall to take Matvei Michkov, does that make it a win? Matthews, Marner for Michkov plus. Given the cap implications, all the other prospects that we've brought in, that really wouldn't be that bad of a deal. I just don't know if Barrett Hayton's the guy to pay, you know? I don't know if he is. And this would allow us to run Tavares, SDA, Teverberg, Holmberg for the rest of the season and decide who to keep after the season. Robertson, Nyes, Voigt, Aberzizi, and the right would be Nylander and whoever. It would be a little bit rough. Veterans to fill it out. Honestly. Hayton, Marchenko, Michkov, the primary piece of the deal. The Canucks, of course, would be struggling cap space-wise because it's the fucking Canucks, and when are they not struggling with cap space? We could take on Tyler Myers for the cap implications, which would be fine by us because we'd need that extra cap, really. Are there any other pieces I mean, Ratu's out there, but his value would be way too high given the circumstances of this trade. Bring back Ilya Mikheyev. Connor Garland's name is always out there. They're also trying to shop Lakiramaki. And I gotta be honest, I think I'd be willing to try it. I think I'd be willing. So we take Myers, but you're also giving up Lakiramaki to push that deal through. What do they think about this? I want to safety net it really quickly. We got a little bit of time, so long as they don't make a trade. What do they think about this? Hayton, Marchenko for Michkov, Myers, Lakiramaki. Okay, it's not horrifically far off. We would have to give up a little bit. And also, we have Columbus's and Arizona's first round picks this year. I'm just saying, we're looking all right. Could give up like Ronnie Hirvonen. Easy, Kokinen. We don't have too much to give up from here, except for goalies. You got Bonderson and Rotzlaff. What if I were to give up like Nilstorp? Still not quite. What if I were to also give you Miller? Still not quite. I'd rather give up a draft pick than an established prospect. What about Minnesota's third? Okay. Our own second, I'm not against. Every time he just says, to be honest, I'm just saying prospect. That'd be a hell of a drinking game. Hayton, Marchenko, Nilstorp, Miller, a second. For Michkov, Myers, Lakiramaki. Sweeten it just a touch. Let's retain salary on Barrett Hayton, and you tell me if that's just a touch. What if I also retain salary on Marchenko? Bastards. Take out that dude, add the Minnesota third. Hayton, Marchenko, Nilstorp, a second and a third for Michkov, Lakiramaki, Myers. We got it. We got it. So, at the end of the day, Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner land us. Wow, that really is like right at the wire. Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner landed us Matvei Michkov, Corson Kuhlmans. I mean, you could argue Sokolov, but Maverick Lamoureux, Connor Geeky, Jonathan Lakiramaki. I personally think this rebuild is on a decent pace. I think it is. I don't think there's too much else I can do at this deadline. But normally, given the fact I don't play franchise modes like this, and we're just going for it and having fun, we look good. And we have 3 first-round picks this year. I want to see how fast I can trade away Matthews and Marner and rebuild this team to make it further than they ever did in Toronto. Open block for Bouchard, still nothing. So that'll do it. Let's see what the AI happened to do. Tony DeAngelo just went back to Carolina. How is that a blockbuster? That is shocking from Carolina, given the cap implications. Absolutely shocking. Rasmus Asplund is on waivers. We will definitely claim him. We can always use a roster player. Were there any other quote-unquote blockbusters? Kubalik to Washington, along with Tyler Mott for draft picks and the prospects. Ryan Graves to Detroit for Kubalik. Picks involved. Jordan Stahl from Buffalo to Minnesota. Back to Minnesota. Well, I mean, hey, Eric went there, so now Jordan Stahl's got to go. Tyson Barrie to Columbus. So, again, we saw Columbus, they're going for it, and we do have their first. The McCabe trade. Evgeny Dodonov to Dallas. Back to Dallas. Of course, we traded away Liljegren. Sorelli and Isaac Howard for Orlov. That's insane. Nick Jensen off to Pittsburgh. Kevin LeBanc, Barabanov, and Shimmick to the Rangers. We saw the McNabb to New Jersey. Some kid on Twitter said you had to be from the same state as the team you cheer for. You mean you're not? How dare you? This is why there's no such thing as hockey fans in Wyoming. Avid, thank you for the follow. We saw the Bruins trade Jake DeBrusk, Gustafson, Jamie Benn, and then Jacob Trouba on his way to Buffalo. Again, we still can't see all the goddamn details of the trades, EA, but hey, maybe someday.